What's going on, guys? It's me, Jace, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be watching Ole Miss wide receiver, another Senior Bowl prospect, Jonathan Mingo. Jonathan Mingo is a force to be reckoned with if you have to square it with him as a defender. He has ridiculous strength with the ball in his hands, and he's an underrated deep threat, in my opinion. No issues going across the middle to catch the ball. He'll go over the top of you, and he provides solid route running. He's coming off of his most productive season with 51 catches and 861 yards. He has little to no touchdown production, and he has some focus drops, which are problematic for me. But we'll talk about one of those focus drops and how we can prevent that in the future. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up, hit a subscribe button, notification bell as well. I do appreciate it. And let's get into Jonathan Mingo, the Senior Bowl wide receiver from Ole Miss. Alrighty, so this first play here we're going to look at is Jonathan Mingo up top here. It's going to be a hitch route where the quarterback's in trouble. He's going to work back. He's going to break the tackles, and he's going to, truck the defender. So we're going to watch this play very quickly, and then we'll talk about this play. Boom. Good God almighty. What a hit. So this is what I put this play in here because this is what you want as a receiver or as a quarterback, right? Yeah, you have a receiver here, but obviously the ball's not designed to go here. Probably down the sideline based off the formation here. But all hell breaks loose in the backfield, and this is what you want to see, right? So he's at the 25-yard line right now, right? So what he's going to do is he's going to stop. He's going to work back. He catches the ball at, the 27, 28-yard line or so. And he's going to immediately get a defender in his face. He's going to get off me. He's going to run, lower that shoulder to that smaller corner. He's going to fall forward and pick up more yards. This is what I mean. When you got to square it with him as a tackler, you do not want to square it with him because he will run you the hell over every time. These Ole Miss receivers are big, but good rep from him. I wanted to put that in there to show you that, as a receiver, working back to the ball is a really big deal for a quarterback. So this next play here is actually going to be him in the slot here. It's actually going to be a bubble screen. Run the play here. Regular screen pass. But his patience is why this play is in here, right? Because as a receiver, when you catch a screen pass, right, you obviously think that I'm gonna go right up here, I'm gonna score every time, or I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna score every time. What he does is he catches the ball, he waits to find out where his block is, where his blockers are. He realizes that, it's right in front of me. He puts that left foot in the dirt. He gets up the field. Now, should he break this tackle? I mean, it is what it is, but the patience on this play is what's important because you have to wait for your blockers to develop on a screen pass. Oftentimes when you watch players, they'll catch a pass in the backfield that's a screen. They'll just take off running. And it's like, well, let's wait a second. If you let your blocks develop, you follow the actual play, you'll pick up some yards. And he did that here. So this is a very good rep from him. A very patient receiver who will run you over. So this next play here, again, is going to be against the University of Kentucky. So we'll run the play here. He's going to run this hitch. That right there, that's bullying, right? That's just I dare you to square it with me, and I'm gonna run you over, right? So fires off the line of scrimmage, a little hitch route, whatever. Catches the ball, gets upfield immediately. Turns his head, gets upfield. Now a defender is squared up with him, and that defender doesn't really have a good base to make this tackle. So he's going to lower his shoulder. He's going to make contact with that defender, around the 35-yard line or so, right? Around the 37-yard line to be specific, right? That defender, he's going to push that defender almost 7 yards down the line of scrimmage. 7 yards down the field. And he throws him out of bounds, throws him out the club. This is a mountain of a human being who's just 6'2". But he's one of those receivers where he's not afraid of contact. He'll run you over. He does not care about going across the middle. None of that matters. But on this play here, I want you to watch something. And it's going to be kind of hard to see just based off of the sunlight on this video. But he catches the ball, right? But as he catches the ball, he doesn't really secure the ball, right? He has the ball and he's kind of at an angle, and he's going to immediately try to get upfield. Most receivers will tuck this ball away, then get north-south, right? This right here leads to focus drops where you'll see a receiver who'll catch a ball. It's an easy catch. It's a drop. Well, why is it a drop? Because that receiver was so focused on what was going to happen after they caught the ball that they didn't catch the ball, right? And I say that because this right here could have been a focus drop. It has been a focus drop on tape for him. But we're going to watch a specific focus drop here that really stood out to me on this next play as we watch him bury somebody again. So this next play here that we're going to look at is going to be a focus drop. Now, here's Mingo here. He's going to run somewhat of like a slant route here. So I'm going to run the play. Focus drop. Focus drop. Now, why is this a focus drop? Well, let's look for a second, right? So first, very good job of sitting down in the zone, right? Getting to the right area. But look what happens. See that right there? His head's already turned. He's already trying to look upfield before he even secures the ball. This is a focus drop. He needs to understand, and hopefully at the Senior Bowl, we'll see this. Because I'm pretty sure coaches will be in his ear like, you got to secure the football first. To hell with trying to get yards. I need you to catch first. And if you catch first, then think about the yards. And he could have caught this ball and he could have had, an additional 5 to 7 yards before he got tackled. But it's a focus drop because he's so focused on trying to get up the field, he doesn't secure the catch. And that's something that you see quite a bit on tape with him, which is disappointing. But again, hopefully at the Senior Bowl, we'll see that be corrected by NFL coaches. So now this next play here, we're actually going to watch him. He's actually going to run a vertical route. He's going to take an inside step. He's going to track the ball down the field. So I'm going to run the play here for you all as he's in the slot here. Tracks the ball. He catches it. Big gain for his team, right? But why did this play work? Well, what happens is a lot of teams didn't really believe in his speed as far as defenders, right? He's kind of playing like he's kind of going inside. So obviously I'm going to play outside thinking like, oh, he's going to run a dig route or a deep over or something. I'm going to be right there. Well, what happens is he's a little bit different from a lot of receivers because even with that, kind of taking that inside step, he still swipes that defender's hands off of him. And then out of nowhere, he turns on another gear and pulls away to the point where he has 3 to 4 yards of separation. He lays out, catches the ball for a huge gain for his football team on a play where it looked like he was blanketed. He has a gear that needs to be turned on consistently, and it wasn't turned on consistently on tape, and he had some focus drop issues. But you watch him, and you look at him, and you say, you know what? My team could use a receiver like that. That's why he's at the Senior Bowl, to try to make more money, right? Because teams need to see this guy in person to understand, one, how fast he is, how big he is, and how dominant he is. And if he can dominate the Senior Bowl practices and the Senior Bowl game, who knows where we will see Jonathan Mingo during the NFL draft. Make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, notification bell as well. I do appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching. Y'all be good.